Oh, hello. I was just using my globe. It's the whole world. I'm here to talk to you about geography. Geography, Ralph Allen, is great. In fact, geography rocks. I stole that line from geology. And so, the geography course at A level is like this misshapen sphere. We have it divided into two halves: human geography and physical geography. What's that? Someone would like to know about what the topics are.
Hey sir, can you tell me about coasts?
Ollie, I would love to tell you about coasts. One of the topics we study in Year 12 is coasts. Coastal processes leading to coastal landforms which might be eroded. We need some management. Okay, thanks Ollie. What's that? Another question?
Hey sir, what about tectonics?
Well, Kofi, let me tell you about tectonics. We look at the structure of the Earth, the movement of the tectonic plates, how that leads to a range of different hazards, and how a country's level of development can have a great impact on whether or not they can manage them successfully or not. Thanks, Kofi. Great question. Oh, hi, Sailor.
Hey sir, can you tell me about water?
I will tell you about water. It's what we drink. The topic water, we haven't finished, is actually looking at how water is a scarce resource for many countries around the world. And we look at how we can address some of those issues of water scarcity. Thanks, Salem. Another query?
So what about carbon?
Carbon is like a store of energy. And at A level, in Year 13, we look at the carbon cycle, the way that carbon is moved naturally from the atmosphere to the planet, both the land and the sea. And we look at the supplies of carbon in the form of fuel as a source of energy security. Thanks, Ursula. What's this?
Hi sir, what's globalization?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Anna. Globalization is one of the human topics. Globalization is looking at the way that the world is getting smaller. People, money, and products are transferred more and more rapidly around the world. We look at both the good and bad of globalization. Thank you, Anna. Another?
What about Regeneration, sir?
Well, it's a novel by Pat Barker. Just one of my many gags. Regeneration in the context of A-level geography is looking at how we can rebrand urban and rural areas. They might be a little bit down at the hill, like some areas of Bristol. And they might need an injection of capital. It might be the rebuilding of property, a change in land use, but overall, it makes things better. Thanks, Natalia. Another one.
Hi Mr. Paisley.
Oh, hello,
I was
Noah.
just wondering what superpowers were.
Well, it's not like you read about in your comic books, I can assure you. Superpowers here is a reference to the way that some countries gain huge economic power. For example, at the moment, the world superpower is America, our cousins across the pond. Thanks, Donald. Is there another topic you'd like to ask me about?
Well, there actually is, sir. I was just wondering about health, human rights, and intervention.
Well, in this topic now, we study health, human rights, and intervention. It's a geopolitical study of the way that, for example, health varies both within countries and between countries. How some nations really care for the human rights of their citizens, others don't. And then what geopolitical interventions that you're covering up with your hand there can be used. For example, it could be a trade embargo, military action, or development aid. Was there something else you wanted to show me, Noah?
Yes, it's a website you can use.
That's right. Would you like to show it to the camera? Maybe go a little closer. This website has all the information that I just talked about in slightly more detail, should you desire it. It also talks a bit more about the structure of the course. Thank you, Noah. My final point to you, prospective Ralph Allen students, is this. Whilst the geography is divided into two halves, and there's an exam paper for each, paper 2 is human, paper 1 is physical, that's not all there is. No, geography is so much, much more. In fact, geography is my whole world.